Hey everyone, welcome back to New Windsor. Right now we're looking at the sewage treatment plant we worked on in the last episode, but today we're going to be working in this area right next to it and connecting it up with the actual city with a really cool industry area I think you guys are going to like. It's going to mesh rural and suburban industry together, so let's get straight into it. Alright, we're in here, in-game, finally back with another New Windsor video. It's been 2 weeks, if all goes as planned and I get this episode up on time, and, actually, I'm pretty happy with what we do this episode, because I haven't really done much industry in this city, just a little bit, and I'm trying to work in a style that's generally sustainable for, like, large-scale industry areas, because New Windsor's going to be an industrial city, but not the core of the city. The core of the city is a lot more gentrified, and it's not industrial really to any degree. But once you get to the outskirts, we're going to have a lot of warehouses, a lot of mills, and it's going to be really cool. And we haven't really worked on the outskirts all that much, so you haven't seen that to a great extent, but it's the plan. As we move out, we're going to have more and more industry, so hopefully you're looking forward to that, because I do like building industry, and especially this sort of non-compact industry where all of these different lots have like a lot of room to breathe. I like that a lot. So okay, this particular warehouse area is based off of this one right next to the sewage treatment plant in Manchester that we are using as inspiration. It's got like a bunch of trailers and junk sort of behind it, and it's actually pretty cool. I really like this this warehouse because it's just got all this junk around it. I'm not really sure if it's like stuff like all these trailers these are semi-trailers. I don't know if they're stored there or what, but they're actually pretty cool. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do here is generally replicate that, but it's not necessarily going to be all that detailed. I'm just tossing a bunch of trailers in here, and that's basically what I'm going for. And once again, I want to develop a style for building this type of industry that I can continue on a large scale, so not too many props or anything. And you know, I'm trying to get that going a little earlier so I don't develop a style for building industry that's way too detailed, because that would be really bad once I try to build large-scale industry. This episode we don't build all that much, but it's a good baseline for this area to get a feel for what this particular area is going to look like. And actually, I recorded this episode like 2 months ago. It's been a while since I recorded this, and I remember like struggling with this trailer lot here. It's based off this one in Manchester, like right next to that other warehouse, which is pretty cool, but it's got a little bit more space than this. So this is a shorter episode, but I do want to do a bunch of build features in it because I really enjoy doing those, and you guys have sent a bunch of stuff in, and I'm really excited for the ones in this episode because we got some big cities here. So I want to start off here with a build by that Ian boy who's working on a Pittsburgh project. I'm not sure if it's a like complete recreation of Pittsburgh, but it's, I mean, he's got the geography right. I mean, look at that. I'm really liking the topography here. I mean, this is what Pittsburgh looks like in terms of its geography. Major fan of this. I really want to see how it turns out after more buildings are added. I'm sure it's going to look great. But yeah, that Ian boy, definitely send in some more screenshots as you make some progress, and I'll definitely feature them. Alright, so the next city here is a Boston-inspired city by somebody named Quintal, and this city, actually, okay, I've never seen an actual Boston-inspired city. It looks like Quintal's using a lot of vanilla assets and, you know, vanilla trees and stuff. I mean, which is fine. I mean, I recommend grabbing some, like, Mr. Mason and Fidelmo trees. It'll look even better. But in terms of, like, the general layout, though, I am actually loving this. I mean, this looks like, you know, the general layout of Boston. I think, like, honestly, if Quintal, if you download a map theme, start using a bunch of, you know, Mr. Mason and Fidelmo trees, and just go for, like, a large-scale city here, I think that'd be awesome. And you should try to grab, I don't know if you're using them, but some of the triple-decker houses that are out in the workshop. Those are really useful in New Windsor. And actually, a new pack came out recently, and or not recently, but like a while ago. But it was after I replaced all of the houses in the city with other triple deckers that were out. So I'm gonna have to go in and do some more house replacing. So maybe there'll be like a stream for that. That could be fun. But yeah, I'm loving this Boston city, because I mean, I haven't really seen a Boston-inspired city out there. I mean, I've taken some inspiration from Boston, but not like, you know, worked off of it as a basis for a city. So definitely keep sending in screenshots. And I mean, yeah, I mean, overall your graphics mods look great, except like grab a map theme and start using some workshop trees and it'll look even better. Like, I'm really loving this project. So for yet another big city project, we're going to be heading over to Jake's Toronto inspired city. This is really cool. I haven't actually seen a Toronto inspired city. Obviously, we've had some Chicago builds featured, actually 2 of them already, doing these segments, but I've not seen a Toronto inspired city. I mean, this feels very American. Toronto's a sort of an American, a very, very American city. I mean, different Canadian cities will have different sort of themes. You know, you'll have Vancouver, which is, you know, a lot less olds, like lots of new high-rises, and then you've got Quebec City, which is literally just a European city with American-styled suburbs on the outskirts, which is extremely confusing. But then there's just Toronto, which could very well just be like a Chicago in an alternate dimension. I mean, it looks like an American city. But I'm really liking this city. It's called York, and it's got a lot of different things that I'm a huge fan of. I mean, like, look at all these autumn trees. I mean, obviously we're working on New Windsor right now, so I'm enjoying I'm enjoying the autumn trees featured in York here, which is the name of Jake's city. I'm loving these streetcar suburbs. I mean, listen, as an Orange County resident, I really wish that I had at least some sort of, you know, rail-based public transportation that's of any use locally, but that does not exist. And I mean, yeah, I'm loving this city, though. I like the autumn theme a lot. I haven't seen, like, a huge city with an autumn theme like this. Obviously, New Windsor's a pretty big city, but this looks like it's going to be turning into a massive project. Definitely want to see more. I'm loving your graphics mods as well, by the way. So definitely send in progress updates, and I will feature them. Okay, so the final project we're featuring today is also a big city. You guys are sending in a lot of big projects. This is by... okay. Gusa Haney. There's no way that was right, but whatever. And it's a Los Angeles recreation, and it's like a smaller scale Los Angeles. And okay, listen, the geography of this looks so cool. I mean, we've seen a bunch of different Los Angeles projects. Obviously, Springwood's a Los Angeles project, but its geography is definitely not LA geography. This is fully LA geography. It's like a smaller scale version of LA. From above, and it looks really cool. I'm loving the implementation of the LA River here. I'm seeing what looks like a Metrolink rail. I rode Metrolink last weekend, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm seeing some LA Metro trains, or light rail trains rather. And I mean, I rode the Expo line a little while ago as well. It's really slow, but it's better than nothing. And I'm seeing a subway. So is this the red line? The red line doesn't really go above ground, but I don't know. I like the implementation of whatever that is. That looks pretty cool. And then, ooh, we've got LAX going on here as well, which looks great. I'm liking the mowed lawns right out front. And yeah, this is a really awesome project. I'm liking this because it's really, you can't recreate LA and city skylines, but I'm a huge fan of these smaller scale recreations because, I mean, especially when they just look really, really great like this one. It's something that I could just look at forever once this project's done. So I do want to see a lot more of this. Send in more screenshots once you've made a bunch more progress. And I can't wait to see how like the Malibu Hills look in the end. That's going to be really cool as well. So Gusahani, I didn't pronounce that right, but thank you very much for sending that in. If you guys want to send in your projects, just send me an imgur.com link, an album that's got your screenshots from your city, and I will definitely feature your project in a video. I really love to see what you guys are working on. I've been loving this segment. It fills time when I'm doing boring stuff in game, and I think we all gain a bunch from it. It's awesome to look at your projects. So thanks a lot, and definitely send in your projects. We've been getting a lot more submissions recently because, I mean, I've been doing the segment for a little while now, and I mean, hopefully we get even more because definitely enjoying this. So if you could send me the imgur.com album on YouTube or Twitter or wherever, I definitely recommend trying to send it to me over like Twitter DM or Discord or Steam or something, because I know that YouTube sometimes filters out comments. So yeah, that's probably best, but you could also send it on YouTube if you have to. All right, so we've got a couple minutes left here. I guess we'll talk about New Windsor. So once again, this episode was recorded like 2 months ago. I haven't played New Windsor since like early April, literally. And I mean, I don't know. I opened the game earlier today, and I'm having a couple problems because TPB updated the Plop the Grobles mod, and I'm having trouble because Grobles are now upgrading Grobles that I placed, and it looks really, really bad. And I gotta resolve that before I actually play the game anymore. Otherwise, the city will look absolutely terrible. So I have to resolve that. And I also just generally want to take a break from the city so that I can get excited about it again. So we're going to focus on Columbia City for now. And Calabar Beach, I want to go in there and start working with the new leisure houses and work on the hillsides, because that's going to be a lot of fun. I really can't wait for that. And leisure houses are finished now, so we're gonna get going with that soon. But I really want to get some momentum going with Columbia City, because obviously that's the big project of the channel right now. New Windsor's here, but it's sort of in the background. So don't expect consistent New Windsor episodes for a while. But it's not gone, don't worry. My FPS is okay when I have lower level of detail on, so we're gonna manage. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. Hopefully you all enjoy the video. Sorry it was a little like a shorter one, but we did get some progress done. I got a feel for what I want the industrial to sort of look like in the city. And yeah, I think it was pretty productive. So hopefully you enjoy the cinematics, by the way. There's pretty sick cinematics today. But before that, make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. It does help out a ton. Helps new people find the videos, promotes the videos in the algorithm, so people who have no idea what City Skylines is can see me take virtual drone shots and stuff. And then you can subscribe if you're new around here, hit the bell icon. If you don't have anything better to do than watch my videos, you know the deal. You can support me on Patreon, really, really helpful. Thank you so much to all my Patreon supporters. It really, really means a lot. And you get access to episodes early, so, I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? So that's in the description. And you can follow me on Twitter. I post less useful stuff on there, but updates if a video is not coming up, etc. Follow me on Instagram for virtual photography and stuff. That's about it. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.